is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here, dude. I feel like I haven't gotten into anything One Piece related since we got that Hungry Days commercial. So without further ado, man, I need my fix, dog. There was no chapter, but by God, we have an episode, man. So let's get right into this for the latest installment in the anime of the Wano Awesome Sauce. 3, 2, 1, let's jam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One dream, one wish, over the top. You know, I don't think I've heard this since the last time I watched an episode, so that felt good. I'm not gonna lie, that felt good. Yo, man. Everybody's having a wonderful November so far. It's definitely been a very, very nice November so far from a creative standpoint. A lot of really nice ideas. I'm hoping I'm executing them correctly, but it's trial and error, man. You know, that's how you learn. That's how you go through and see how it is that you can establish some sort of style in a way that you want to write something. So I've just been playing around with that. I feel like at this point, even if I don't reach the goal, I really, really want to try as many different things as possible and use this like as an experimentation month. So I'm glad I've been able to do that. And so I'm hoping that all of this, I mean, I know 100% within my heart that all of this will not be for naught, and that it will definitely give me a valuable experience, regardless of whether it's a W or an L. And that's something that this wonderful series back here taught me, dog. The Chihaya Food of Greatness. You must value both W's and L's, no matter what it is. And so even if this month does come into an L in one way, it'll be a massive W in another way. But 100% I'm going to keep going in there to try to get that W and do it to the best of my ability. But aside from that, man, it's been a wonderful month so far when it comes to the series that I'm enjoying. Even I'm only keeping up with really One Piece, Chihaya Furu, and Attack on Titan. Yo, Attack on Titan and Chihaya Furu last week had me rolling. I was like, bro, what are we doing? Alright, not last week, but technically, yeah, last week. It's already Sunday. Yeah, I mean, then you got the Hungry Days commercial, which I've rewatched like 1,000,000 times. I love this pan. Dude, this entire scene is so goat, dude. They handled how they presented this so well, man. The classic One Piece. A reunion at the ruins of Odin Castle. If this covers all of 919, or at least the rest of it, there should be a lot of trolling in this episode, which I'm looking forward to. Did you see Luffy's face? Yo! They even have the classic. I really, really enjoyed Luffy's expressions from the beginning of the arc. So they're bringing them back here now. What in the flag NARS is that? Okay. Zoro greatness this week? Unexpected? More Zoro greatness on top of all the we already have? What is that thing? Look, it's... Can really feel your thirst for blood. A tiger? Wano music! See, I was about to complain and be like, what are we doing? But no, but this is Wano music. Yo, this is one of my favorite themes from Wano, man. Nothing beats the prologue theme to me, but this one goes in. Oh, the classroom! That's right, yeah, that scene was in 919. This scene really impacted me the first time I read it. That's cool. Man, dude. Who in the Flagnars did the storyboarding for this episode? This thing looks... This has been a really good one so far. Orochi 2 sword style. Yo, they really brought that entire portion to life really well. They have a picture of Kinemon there? The peaceful country it is now. Which one would only feel if they're living in the flower capital. Is that Kyoshiro? Kyoshiro! Look at my boy! Do you know that voice? The money changer. Napping Kyoshiro. I don't recognize the voice so far, but it fits. Robin back there. Robin's out there working it. Yeah, dude. Whoever did the shot composition and storyboarding for this episode, A1. A1. Look at that, man. They're even visualizing the poem to this extent. Look at... Ooh. See, that right there is what I love when Toei drills on stuff like that, man. That's called bringing it to life right there. Look at that shot, dude. My guy fell asleep. And they call him Napping Kyoshiro, you feel me? Hey, if One Piece has told us anything, anyone who falls asleep, hey, look at the lady curse on your face. Your sake's all out, my man. What a transition. What a scene, dude. Yo! Man, is it just me or did... Yo, I mean, they've been on a roll the past couple weeks. But this right here, son. It might just be me because, like I said, I haven't watched an episode. Oh, that's a lie. I was watching some One Piece earlier this week, but not in Wano. So the fact that Zoro's the real deal fighting this tiger. Nah, bro, nah. This episode is fire. Bro, this episode is fire. Just look at the shot composition. This is what I really, really love from the beginning of the arc and what they've been delivering the past couple weeks. The crows? Hey, man, any episode of Crows is a 10 out of 10. Y'all know me, son, the boss of the skies? Shout out to my Toriko fans, dog. Look at that, man. The ambient sound combined with the fog, the establishing shots. Like, yes, man. It feels like I'm reading a chapter because this is what Oda does. Earthshattering reveals, man. Oda's a madman, bro. Oda's a madman. The crow, a bird's feather. La is a sadistic bastard, bro. Man, dude, I'm a manga reader and this junk has me like tensed up. You feel me? That's what I always say. That's how you know an episode is fire. When you're a manga reader and you're forgetting how to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Law is sick in the head, bro. Bro, what is this sound? Relax. How pale his skin is, he might as well look like a ghost. Look at him. So he doesn't have an ounce of blood in his body. Look at him. Law's a sicko, bro. I always say Law is unintentionally one of the funniest characters, and that's just one of those instances right there. He definitely this guy. He was playing with him. Hit me with that Wado music, dog. Yo, look at Kiku. Obviously, bruh. Come on, King. It's incredible, man. Hey! Monoski and Luffy's reunion. Their scene from Zoe forever be a... and I can already tell by the end of the Wano it's going to end up being one of, like, those... Remember that scene and then remember this scene, you know? Because I think at the end of Wano we're going to have an amazing scene between both of them. Dog pops. Like, Kiku's like, Mama! Monoski is like, yo, that's the king. The kings referred to each other by first names. Look at my boy Narashi. The whole Cake Island squad. Look at Brooks walk, bro. Goat G. Proper. Look at my girl Nami, dog. Hey, Furrow Chopper, I agree. My boy is rocking it. His man Momonosuke, bro. Yo, the man needs to, no, you know what, bro? He doesn't need to relax. He doesn't need to relax, man. I understand, Skip. I understand. I forgot. Sanji's insane, bro. Bro, look at this, man. Momonosuke, dog. Okay, now I'm gonna say, yo, relax. Take it easy. Take it easy, Bobo. Yo, massive Zobai vibes, man. That's the Shogun, bro. Oh, man. Law's crew. Come on, boy, Beppo. Everybody got the runs, though. I don't know what they ate. It's Law's fault, man. Man, dude. Next week's episode is gonna be out of this world. I love that chapter, bro. Like with every fiber of my being. The chapter that they're gonna animate next week. No, I don't think it'll be next week. I don't think anyone was prepared for this right here, dog. Except for Marco the Phoenix. Marco the Theorist. Bro, I got chills. I haven't heard After Eating to the Grand Line Part 2 in years. Bro, I could have sworn this could have been used perfectly for the N920. But the fact they're using it now. I feel you, Luffy. That's exactly how I felt, dog. That's how we all felt. Okay, if you're an anime only or manga reader or not. Let me see what they're going to cover next week. The legend. Yeah, next week's gonna be 920. I can't wait! So is next week gonna be like a combination of... Hold on. Yep. They covered all of 919. Okay. So then 920 is going to be immediately where they're going to pick up from there. And then... Dude, yeah, I'm so excited. Bro, I love that chapter so much, man. The stuff they're going to cover next week, I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how they're going to handle it. And based on the preview... It looks like they're because I was wondering how are they going to handle the whole silhouette thing and telling the whole story, but it looks like based on that they are going to handle it very, very well. But we'll get to that whenever we get to that. Dude, talking about this week's episode, I might have to search up who directed and storyboarded this week's episode, because by the flag nards, man, this week's episode looked gorgeous. I mean, it looked absolutely fantastic. It felt I felt this episode, from musical cues aside, and the wonderful ambience that they provided, the visuals this week, man. Just from like the subtleties on like moments sticking in my mind is Kiku. Whenever Kiku was on top of Kinemon, you could tell, you could visually see the excitement on Kiku's face through the facial expressions, Luffy's facial expressions, Laws, flipping Kyoshiro, the teacher. Like you were able to see Zoro. Like you were able to see exactly how they felt through their face. And not many. Not gonna say they. How do I put this? Normally, it's like whenever it comes to stuff like that, they normally follow what they got from Oda. Well, in this case, we got the lead up to those faces. So like you would see like the facial animations change. So like from the smile into something else, or like Luffy doing like his little pout face, or like his little like thing face. I always enjoy stuff like that, and in this series, in any series, because it's really nice. I forgot what the actual term for it is, but I always enjoy when we're able to see the characters look like that and look as alive as that, and they were hitting those really, really well earlier on in the arc, and last week's, or the week before last week, and the Romance Dawn special, they nailed those, right? And I was like, man, it looks like we're getting back on track with that type of stuff I enjoy seeing from the anime. So I really, really enjoyed that. But I think my favorite thing about this episode, which is one of my favorite things in anything in general, honestly, in cinema or in this or in manga, whatever, it's the storyboarding, man. Storyboarding and the shot composition is extremely important to me when it comes to establishing a scene and making something feel alive and making something feel important by providing so many different unique and cool shots. Off the top of my head, I can think of like 10 that look so good, with Kinemon, with Robin, with Kiku, with Luffy, with Law. I mean, and then the environment around them, how little subtleties like showing Carrot and Chopper and Brook and Nami's feet before actually seeing them, hearing their voice, leading up to seeing who they actually are, and then you get to see this wonderful shot, and closing in from Sanji. Sanji gets out of the way, and you see the rest of them. Little small stuff like that. The amazing scene with the beautiful filter of the teacher telling all that stuff to the students, and the students going about, and like you had some wonderful shots right there as well. Hearing the individual that's overhearing this. Then you have Orochi, or I'm sorry, not Orochi, Kyoshiro, and what was going on there. It's just the shots this week. There was so many of them. I couldn't even keep track. I was like, bro, I gotta go back and screenshot some of these, because there are some really, really nice profile picture and or wallpaper worthy shots from this week's episode, and I always enjoy whenever we get something like that. And Wano's been pretty on point with that so far, but this one reminded me a lot of the episode that comes to mind is episode 894, which was the Ace episode, going in with his flashback and whatnot. I love that episode so much, not only because of the emotional impact that it had on me, of course, because I couldn't wait for that episode due to finally being able to see Ace in the anime again, hear his voice, and see, because I knew it was going to get me emotional, and obviously it did. But what really stood out to me from that episode, even aside from all that, was the incredible shot composition in that episode. And to see another episode like that here for this particular episode, where they covered all... I didn't expect them to cover all this content. I did not expect them to cover all the way to the end of that chapter. They covered 17 pages this week, because last week they covered the first page. So let's even cover 17 pages and add an additional sequence for Zoro, which will be relevant next week. Yo, man. Love this episode. For just what it's providing, and like, watching this, I was genuinely excited. I was like, dude. Like, it feels alive, man. I'm so glad that, because I'm not gonna lie, man, after we lost the prologue theme for Wano when we came back from the filler, even though those episodes were solid, and man, like some of those moments, because there were moments that I just absolutely adored. You know, like Luffy and Zoro getting back together, them facing off against Hawkins. That entire episode was really, really fun and awesome. And then the stuff that followed, I think it really started picking back up again. Like whenever they met up with Hold'em, you had those Luffy and Hold'em sequences. So you had some really, really good stuff there, and it continues to elevate back to where it is right now. Which to me, this episode felt like an early Wano episode, just like last week's episode or the episode before the Romance Dawn special. Now I'm getting confused. The episode after the Romance Dawn special, and then the episode before the Romance Dawn special, which to me both of them were handled to the same caliber and level that we were expecting from earlier on in the arc, and so I'm super, super excited to see what they're gonna have from here on out. I read a comment, I believe it was last week or the week before, saying that we should have extremely well done episodes from here until a certain portion. I don't want to spoil it just in case anybody's watching this. That's an anime only. But until a certain part in the series of this arc, we should have really, really well done episodes. And ever since I've read that comment, they've been on point, because the episodes just continue to show me that and it's just, man, they need that prologue. I feel like with that maybe it's just me. For those early episodes, whenever you started off with that, I was ready to get into some Wano greatness, you know? But even without that legendary prologue theme, I feel like this episode, just like some of the previous ones that we just got, felt like the Wano that we initially thought we were going to be getting into. Whereas some of the episodes before that provided excellent moments like that, and certain sequences like that. It feels like we're finally getting back to the point to where the entire episode feels alive. The entire episode feels special. And I really, really love that. And I hope that the anime continues down this path that we see it going down. Man, this is really, really exciting, because what this is telling me is that those episodes in the beginning were not just one-offs. Like, those weren't just, okay, we got those, and then we're probably not going to get another episode of that caliber until like a big episode. This episode is for a massive moment, sure, but it's not usually a moment like in let's just say in some sort of previous arc. This wouldn't be an episode that you would dedicate to have like this amount of quality towards certain things like shot composition and whatnot. Like, it would just usually be very, very straightforward, and the music cues and the voice acting would be enough. But they went above and beyond to give us stuff of this quality for an episode like this. I can't even begin to imagine what we're going to have next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, and don't even get me started on the week after that. So I'm super, super stoked to see where the anime is going to go from here on out. It's obvious that they are really giving this their all, and I could not be happier to be following this series right now, man, because it's something special, both in the manga and the anime. So I'll see you all next time. Fantastic sauce of an episode this week. Looking forward to rewatching it while I'm rendering, because there were some shots that I really, really want to save, man. The really, really nice sequences and shots in this episode. But man, I'll see you all next time. Have an awesome day. One Piece greatness. I can't wait for next week for episode 910.